Hey there guys, so today we are going to continue on what we learnt yesterday, looking at vertical multiplication. However, today I'm going to teach you how to solve problems when they're by 3-digit numbers. So you can see here we've got a 3-digit number by 3-digit number. So it will be the same process, it will just be slightly different when we get to our hundreds place value column. So to begin with, I'm going to do what I did yesterday, and I'm going to cover up my tens digit, and now I'm going to cover up my hundreds. So we're going to work each place value spot at a time. So we're going to begin by multiplying our top number by our ones digit. So we've got 5 on the bottom, and I've made sure I've set out my problem correctly. So 5 groups of 1 is 5. 5 groups of 3 is 15. So we need to rename, put the 5 tens down, carry the 100. 5 groups of 2 is 10, add 1, which is 11. There's no further calculation, so I'm going to write it all down. I've added this 1, so I'm going to make sure I cross it out, and we have multiplied our 5 by our top number, so I'm going to cross the 5 out as well so we don't get confused. Now we're moving to our tens number in our tens place value column. Okay, so remember the rule is because we're moving to the tens place value column that we must put a 0 down here to represent that. Then we're going to go 0 by 1. Remember, anytime we multiply by 0, it always equals 0. So that's 0, 0 multiplied by 3, 0, 0 multiplied by 2 is 0. So that whole value was 0. We are now moving to our hundreds. So I'm going to cross out my 0 as well to say that we've multiplied by the tens digit. And this is our hundreds column. This is not 1, it actually is 100. So what we need to do, when we were multiplying by our tens number, we put down 10 to show that. So you may be able to already think, what do you think we might have to put down here if we're multiplying by a hundreds number? Think about how many zeros are in 100. So here we need to put down 2 zeros to represent our hundreds value. Then we multiply as per usual. 1 by 1 is 1, 1 by 3 is 3, 1 by 2 is 2. Then with these numbers here, we must add them all together. So starting from the right hand side with our ones value, 5 add 0 is 5, 5 add 0 is 5, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 3 is 4, and 2 and nothing is 2. So our product is 24,255. We're going to do one a little bit trickier. Let's see. 785 multiplied by 256. So again, I'm going to cover these numbers up so we don't get confused, and I'm going to take it one step at a time. So 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. So we rename it 0 ones, 3 tens. 6 groups of 8. So these ones are a little bit trickier when we start to use our not so common facts. So here I'm going to count by my 6 times tables: 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. So 48 add 3 is 51. So we rename 51 tens as 110 and 5 hundreds. I added that 3, so I'm going to cross it out so I don't forget. And it just makes it clear when I'm then multiplying our tens and hundreds number so I don't get confused. So 6 multiplied by 7 is 42. Add 5 is 47. Now I don't have any further calculations, so I can write that whole number down. So now I want you to think, so cross that 5 out. We cross this 6 out. What do we need to put to make sure that we're following the correct steps? Is our 0 here because we are now multiplying by our tens number. So this 5 represents 50. So 5 groups of 5 is 25. So we rename it, put our 5 down, we carry our 2. Now 5 groups of 8 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So add 2, 42. So we cross that out because we've added it. Now we can't put 42 down, so we rename it. We put our 2 down and we carry our 4. Next one, 5 groups of 7 is 35. Add 4, which is 39. No further calculations, so we write the whole 39 down. Remember, cross out that 4 because we've already added it. I'm now going to cross out the 5 because we've multiplied all the top number by our tens digit, and think about what do we need to add here. That's right, we must add our 2 zeros to represent that we're now multiplying by our hundreds number. So this represents 2 hundreds. So 2 groups of 5 is 10. So we rename 0 ones, carry our 10. 2 groups of 8 is 16. Add that 1. Really important that we remember it. So that's 17. So we rename 7 tens, 100. 2 groups of 7 is 14. Add that 1, 15. So as you can see, when we're multiplying 3 by 3 digit numbers, it gets really quite large. So now we must add all these numbers here together using our knowledge of vertical addition. So we can see first column is 0, 5 and 1 is 6, 7 and 2 is 9, 4 add 9 is 13, add 7 is 20. So we put our 0 down, carry our 2. I'm going to do that in red pencil so I don't forget. And then 2 and 3 is 5, plus another 5 is 10. Put our 0 down, carry that 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So our answer here is, our product is 200,960. Let's do one more together. As you can see, it is quite a lengthy process and there are lots of steps, but when you break it up into those small parts, it is really manageable. And it is just repeating that same process over and over again. You just need to make sure that you add those zeros when you're multiplying by your tens number or a hundreds number. So 649 multiplied by 840. To begin with, I'm going to cover these ones up. So 0 multiplied by 9 is 0. 0 multiplied by 4, 0. 0 multiplied by 6, 0. Okay? We've multiplied our ones number now, so we cross it out. What do we add to start multiplying our tens number, which is 4? Think about it. Perfect. We need to add that 0 to represent 40, not 4 ones. So 4 multiplied by 9 is 36. We rename it to 6 ones and 3 tens. Next, 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. We need to add our 3. 17, 18, 19. We rename 9 tens and 100. 4 groups of 6 is 24. Add 1 is 25. No further calculations, so we can write it all down. Remember to cross that 1 out because we've already added it to our answer. Now we've multiplied our tens number by our whole top number. We can cross that out to keep track, and we're going to multiply our hundreds number. Think before we start beginning our multiplication, what must we add here to represent that this is 8 hundreds, not just 8 ones or 8 tens. That's right, we need to add 2 zeros to represent that hundreds value. So 8 multiplied by 9 is 72. So we rename it to our 2 and we carry our 7. 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. We must add our 7 to our answer. So 32 add 7 is 39. So I'm going to cross that out and we need to rename, put our 9 down and we carry our 3. Our very last step is 8 multiplied by 6. So we think 8 groups of 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42 and 48. Add 3. So that is going to be 51. I'm going to write that here. Now our very final step is we just need to use vertical addition to add all these numbers together. So we can see 0, 0 and 6 is 6. 9 and 2 is 11. We need to carry that 1. 1, 5 and 9 is 15. Place the 5 down, carry the 1. 1, 2 and 1 is 4. And then we've got 5. So our product is 545,160. Have a go at solving some problems today. If you would like to stick to just 2-digit by 2-digit, that's fine. There's many options there for you. Otherwise, you can give some 3-digit by 3-digit numbers a go. Good luck with those.